Alright, YouTube, what's up guys? My name's SmileyMan01 and today I was gonna do that one video I said I was gonna do a week ago, but I never got around to it. So, I want to talk about support itemization today, most specifically the Sightstone, and why I choose to build what I choose to build. One thing before I start off this video, for Tom Kench, I really don't know for Tom Kench what keystone would be ideal. I really don't know for Tom Kench. I don't really play that much Tom Kench. I do have quite a bit of mastery on him, he's right here. I do have quite a bit of mastery on him, but I really mostly played him jungle. A lot of this mastery is from playing him jungle, which you can't do anymore since he can no longer eat the buffs. So he can't really clear. So this mastery is mostly from playing him jungle. I played him support a few times, but that was before Courage was released. I just took Bond of Stone on him. But with the new Knight's Vow item, I don't know if it's worth it to take Bond of Stone. You probably could just take Grass, but it's like I don't really know how I feel like whenever I have Tom Kench on my team, he's mostly just peeling and like slowing with Q. He doesn't really like eat the enemies that often or get his stun off. I don't know. Tom Kench doesn't get played like ever. I haven't seen him enough to know what to do. If you play a lot of Tom Kench, you should just be able to try, like, I wouldn't recommend taking this right now, not with the Knight's Vow item, but just try these two, Grasp and Courage, and see which one you like better. Anyways, alright. Let's get right into it. I opened up a bunch of games on my match history. I think this isn't a game, this is just my match history. Where is it? Okay, so I also should probably bring up the item set tab so I can show some items. New item set. I just need to put some items in here. My kills. Maybe I should have set this up before I can't see its upgrades, so I can. Okay. Oh wait, I should put these in a different. Okay, new block, Sightstones. Yeah, I should have probably set this up. I was trying to think of how to do this as I was starting off, so. And then support items. This would be in here. And as would the spooky ghosts. What else would be in there? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. How did I forget? I guess this would just be categorized as support items. And under Misc, we'd probably have, well, this would just be defensive. We would have Frozen Heart. What else? I don't know about ZZ Rod anymore. I really don't, just because it's not really that great. It's like a passive item. It's really good as like an aggressive item for like taking turrets now. Oh, well, I did call it Mist because I was planning to put Zeke's in there. I never really buy this item. I don't really think it's that great because within a current ADC build path, ADCs build 70 to 80% critical strike chance depending on whether or not they get an Essence Reaver. So I think this item is kind of useless for the ADC. And the 40% AP just isn't as strong as or ability 20% AP. If I was like 40% AP is quite a lot. 20% AP I don't think it's that strong because unless the mage waits until it procs to use their combo, it's not really gonna bring out all that much damage because their burst has already gone down. Trying to think of what else would be. I never really buy this on supports either. The only support I ever used to buy this on was Karma, but once they put out Redemption, I just stopped buying this. Let's see any other support items. You can get this. I never really was a fan of this. I thought this is like a worse version of this item, but if you don't have the support item that builds to this, I guess you could get this, but I never really bought this. Just looking. Am I recording? I'd better be. There we go. Okay. Making sure we don't got anything else in here. And then, of course, certain supports you want to get, like Azanias. And this is just for general supports. I have the Vel'Koz game open, I think. Where's the Vel'Koz game? Yeah, I have the Vel'Koz game open, but I don't know if I really want to talk about supports like Vel'Koz. Because I mostly just, I really mostly just play these in normal games. Just to have some good fun. But anyways. Let's get her done. So as a support, the first thing I do is I try to rush the completion of my Sightstone, because that's the most important thing I think, is to rush the Sightstone completion. So the first thing is I get this item. And then, if the laning phase is just droning on, I generally go for the second tier of the support item, which would be this, this, and this generally, because I don't know which one of these I'm gonna want. So I get the second tier of the support item, and then just because it's so strong right now, I just get the redemption. Like, you see, the way I build these tank supports isn't very tanky. Where's Leona? Nautilus here is too, so let's put all the tank supports over here. There's another tank, okay, so all the tank supports are here, and then Vel'Koz is gonna go at the end. This is Vel'Koz, right? Where's Vel'Koz? Right, okay, Vel'Koz is gonna be, these are two are the Janna. So my tank supports, I don't build them very tanky, I build them with a lot of shielding and utility power. See, we have the Mykel's, we have the Redemption, we're building into a Locket, which does give you some resistances, but I built it on like Janna too, as you can see. But the video I want to do about today mostly covers tank supports, because I feel like the itemization for a tank support isn't as clear cut, because the face of the mountain is such a strong defensive ability. 60-second cooldown shields you and your ally for 320 plus 20 per level health. Or no, that's minion. Shit, my bad. Shields for 10% of your max HP. Okay, so it's still pretty good. I was like, that seems way too high. But yeah, so this is such a strong defensive item, so sometimes I feel like the decision is less clear cut. But I feel like for these, the supports that build these other items, the decision is fairly clear cut. Like the Vel'Koz, you want as much AP items as possible when you go the AP supports. And these healing supports you still want as, like, this was going to be an Ardent Sensor once I recalled, and same with this was going to be an Ardent Sensor. So it really depends on like what you want to do. Like, so for this game, I have the Mykel's Crucible instead of the Face of the Mountain. Well, I went for the Mykel's because they have Cassio Stun, Zillion Stun, Nocturne Fear. I mean, yeah, Zillion Stun can be dodged, Cassio Stun can be outplayed, but that's pretty hard to do. Nocturne Fear can't really be outplayed, so once the Fear's on, it's no way to get it off other than wait the duration, so that's why I got it. They had a lot of point CC, or they had a lot of CC that was like killing carries and stuff, so that's why I got the Mykel's instead of the Face of the Mountain. I needed that CC removal. And my first item was Redemption, obviously, because it's so ridiculous. And this Nautilus game was obviously the same way. They have the Morgana, they have the Zyra, they have the Varus, they have the Ahri, they have all this CC that's just going to lock down the Vayne and the Kha'Zix and just kill them. So that's why I chose the Mykel's instead of the Face of the Mountain, because 10% max HP, how much HP am I going to have? Around 2,000 at this point in the game. Like, that much time, so I'm going to have around 2,000 HP, especially since this doesn't give HP anymore. It was actually kind of a nerf to Face of the Mountain, the HP removal from Locket, because now it shields less. Since it's scaled with your max HP. But, Well, I forgot what I was gonna. I completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's why I went for the Michaels, because the shield isn't gonna make a difference when you're locked down by all this CC and you're just getting wrecked continuously. Like it's not gonna make a difference. So I got the Michaels to take that off. And then in this game, I do have to face the mountain. Because they don't really have CC. They have an Ari Charm and they have a Jin Snare, and that's their only CC, other than like a Blitz Grab and a Lead Kick, which my Chaos isn't going to remove. And Lowry's doesn't really have any CC. But yeah, I did go Redemption first. I did end up getting a Night's Vow this game. I don't really recommend Ardent Sensor on tank supports because they don't shield except for with their or heal except for with their items. They don't really have any skills that shield or heal their teammates. So that's why I don't really recommend Ardent Sensor on tank supports. I would generally end up with a Knight's Vow as my last item. But again, I lost my damn train of thought. Oh yeah, like why I don't get a Zeke's? Look, this Caitlyn has 80% critical strike chance. The Zeke's is not that useful. I mean, it would have been good on the Rise because the Rise doesn't really have like a burst combo. He kind of just does DPS, so it may not have been bad if I'd bounded to the Rise. But I just chose to do the Knight's Vow instead. And then we have Janna. So I think the decision's a little more clear cut because this talisman item is not nearly as good as this. I really don't really like this item at all. I don't think it's that useful. This item is actually pretty good. It's especially for Morgana. Frost Queen's Claim is amazing on Morgana because Morgana is all about catch potential in the transition from laning phase to like outside where the laning phase really ends. Like before mid game starts, it's like early mid game, but there's no laning phase. But the early game is still going on because people still don't really have like a lot of items and stuff. So that's where Morgana's strength as a catch champ shine, and this helps you make catches really easily because that's what Spooky Ghost does. They just seek out champs and they reveal them, slow them by a lot for a long time. It's pretty easy to catch them out. Pretty hard to dodge a Morgana binding where you're slowed by 40%. So it's pretty good to have on her. I see I've made an error. I could sort these by price. Alright, there we go. Sort them by price for whatever reason. Mm. So I don't really like this item as much. Especially now. Like before they added all the support items. Um, Like this item was actually good just because there was like no support items. There was Locket and Michael's, and this used to suck because it had like a 3-minute cooldown and didn't remove shit. And it didn't have this heal either or the passive stat. So it was actually super terrible and I never bought this item. Unless like we desperately needed it. I now realize that these two have the same name, but whatever. So this is just explaining like but yeah, like this is a pretty good defensive item. And one of the advantages of Ruby Sightstone is it gives you this unique passive. Active item cooldowns are reduced by 20%, which is pretty handy. Like in this game, I'm just dropping shields whenever, it doesn't matter. But like in these games, I'm having to wait for all my stuff because these cooldowns are fairly long. I believe Locket's 90 seconds. Yes, 90 seconds. This is 2 minutes. This is 2 minutes as well. So these have sizable cooldowns. This is only 60 seconds. So when you combo this with a Ruby Sightstone, because this is the combo you'd get, you can't get this and this at the same time. So you would end up, uh, what's it, having this on it's 20% of 60. I don't really know, but it's like probably 8 or about 8. So this would be a 50-second cooldown. So this is a pretty nominal cooldown, especially for a support item. So it's pretty good to have. But if you don't have the ruby because you want like more items, like I generally want more items, so that's why you buy this because it saves you an inventory slot because it allows you to keep the support item, like and this thing. Plus the stats it gives you aren't that bad either, so it's kind of nice to have. And it's all about item slots. Like, how many item slots do you have? Do you want to have 4 slots, or do you only want to have 3 for like other items? Because you have your core, you have your boots, you have your support item, you have your sightstone. So that is automatically taking up 3 slots. It's like, do you want to have 3 slots, or do you want to have 4 slots? Because you can combine the sightstone and the support item. That's really what you want to do. And on the supports like Vel'Koz, like Brand, like Zyra, I generally recommend rushing to completion on the Eye of the Watchers, so you can start building your Rylai's Crystal Scepter, because that is the most important thing to have on those supports. And then on Zyra Brand, go for Leandri second. And Vel'Koz actually went for more Lamacon into Zanya's. But yeah, so it really depends on like what you want. Like I feel like people get baited into buying Ruby Sightstone a lot because, oh, 20% item active cooldowns, my stuff is up more often. Yeah, well, unless your team is skirmishing like crazy, that's not really going to help you all that much. Like your team shouldn't be fighting when your stuff isn't up. Like you like don't fight when your ults are on cooldown, stuff like that, and ping your cooldowns. Like that's pretty key to do because your teammates can't see your item cooldowns. I don't. Yeah, they can see your summoner spell cooldowns. They can't see your ulti cooldown. They can see if it's up or not, but they can see a general gist of when it's up or not. But ping your cooldowns, ping your item cooldowns, because they especially can't see that. But oh, you want to see this fucking comeback? We're blue side. Comeback boys, easy peasy. Oh yeah, they changed the icons on this match history analysis. So now like what the hell? Is that supposed to be fucking Baron? Like what the fuck? Is this supposed to be fucking Baron? I don't know. It changes so now you can't tell what it is. Did they get both Barons? Yeah, they did. Lol. We won anyways. Easy game. Easy game. Easiest game of my life. Fucking ranked too. Place more wards than Zyra. That's all I needed to do. Easy game. Easy. And this was just kind of we were ahead and just trying to close out, and this fucking cannon gets a quad. Like, the cannon quadra kill is like a shit. But yeah, I remember this game. This is fucking crazy because my ult was down, so I couldn't push him away. He came in after his whole team was dead. He literally fucking came in 1v5 and just. Dude, we were so low. He was sitting in a bush, like on the map here by the blue pit. He was sitting in the fucking blue bush, and we killed them all. Did Drake, and we were coming to take the turret down here, and then he's just in there, and we're all here, and he just comes out and just quadra kill. Like what the fuck? Yeah, anyways, it's all about items. And like for boots, I generally go defensive boots. Sometimes I go mobies, and I usually don't complete my boots for a while on supports. I don't really know if that's a bad strategy or not. I usually try to get basic boots pretty soon. I try to get basic boots before I'm out of the laning phase, but then I generally sit on the basic boots for quite some time. I feel like the Mobies are nice, but I generally don't buy Mobies. I generally buy Ninja Tabbies or Mercury Shreds for the tankiness. Or Sorcerer's Shoes. I try to get these pretty soon on an HP support, but that's a different story. So I generally buy the defensive boots. I feel like that's not as important as these heal and shielding items. But it's pretty much all like situational and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I'm not explaining this very well. Like, in what situation do you want this? In what situation do you want that? Well, right now, until they change, unless like the meta undergoes a drastic shift, or unless they make some item changes. Which, if they do make some item changes, I'll be sure to get a video out. Like, I know I said I was gonna get this out in a day. Fucking school, man. That's all I can say. Um. So right now, you want to go redemption first. I don't care who you're playing. Redemption first. That should be your first completed item. Have your Sightstone, at least your tier 1 boots before then. Uh, Potentially a tier 2 support item if the laning phase has been dragging on, because those help you get a lot more gold during the laning phase. But then, yeah, definitely you're gonna want the redemption first. The redemption is so strong. The range is massive. The heal is huge. Uh, it's just a great team fighting item to have. And then it depends on what's going on. Like their team comp, do they have like a catch comp? You need the Michaels. Like they have like fucking shit like this on it. You see this fucking lineup on the enemy team, get the Michaels as soon as you can, so you can remove some stuff. And then it's like next, what do you want? Do you want like more more shields? You get more shield point shield for just one person and yourself obviously, but just one person with the completed what's it? I actually did sell my support item this game, so I could buy this. I just now realized that. It's like, where's my support item? I had one. I just sold it to buy this because I don't really care. But I don't know. I think in ranked, I would have probably, if it was a ranked game, I probably would have completed this. Because when you sell your support item, your gold generation just disappears. I wonder if you can actually see where I sold it. I'm looking for a dip in the graph. It would be around this time. I think this is it, but then it goes up, but that's the team fight. So I think this is, this, when I back here, let's see, player builds. I sold it around 23.55. Yeah, this is right when my gold generation just, it stops. So yeah, I would really wouldn't recommend that because then you're banking on ending the game ASAP, which we did. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. 45-degree angle, boys. Boom, 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 boom. Win, 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 win. Like we were losing up until this, and we got this ace. 3 for nothing. 2 for 1. Ace. So yeah, we were banking on ending the game soon with this purchase, but it's like, do you need the Michaels for the CC removal? Do you need to lock it to shield up your whole team? Like in these Janna games, I'm pretty sure I went, shit, where's the Janna games? I'm pretty sure this one I went Redemption into lock it. Let's see. No, I went Redemption into Michaels into lock it. Where'd I go Michaels? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was the Rengar Lux game, and nobody can dodge a Rengar snare. Even though he's 1-11, everyone gets hit by his snare, and then Lux chain snares and fucks them. It doesn't actually remove Malzahar ult, which is part of the reason I rushed it. I was like, well, it doesn't say it removes suppressions, but you never know. Like, this game has a really nasty habit of items not doing what they're supposed to do. They finally fixed that on Cleanse. Cleanse said it removed all CC, but it did not remove Malzahar's ultimate or Warwick's ultimate, which are CCs. So they finally added a text to say it doesn't remove them, which makes it a pretty fucking awful spell in my opinion. But I bought it just to see if it removed the Malzahar ult. It doesn't, but the heal is kind of nice. It heals, grants them a slow immunity. It doesn't say that it, but because it actually does this. Successful cleansing in effect. There's 40% move speed. So yeah, I don't think it's, I saw that on here. Oh, it's down there, never mind. But yeah, so I bought this. And then you have the cannon stun as well. And I wonder what I did in this game. Yeah, I did go for Michael second in this one. Oh yeah, Lissandra, Rammus, Zyra, Elise, Kate. Yeah, so Michael second. I didn't touch on these matches because I would have remembered team comps like this. But yeah, look at all this point CC, point CC, point CC, point CC, point CC. Yeah, she's the only one in their team who can CC multiple members of the same. I mean, I guess she can snare multiple people for 1 second if you're all standing directly on top of her. But this is point CC ult, point CC, point CC. So I want the Michaelis take that off whoever's like diving in, like Camille Nocturne, just dive in, they get like rooted or whatever, just take off the effect. And when you remove the effect, they gain 40% move speed. Now just imagine Nocturne goes in on like Zyra K, and then Zyra snares him, so I just take off the snare, and Nocturne now has his Q, his fear, and the Michaelis move speed. He goes so fast, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, you lock it and Redemption are your team fighting items. And Face of the Mountain and Michaels are like your skirmishing items. So generally you're gonna want these by the late game and Face of the Mountain Michaels. I mean, if they don't really have like CC or whatever, like this composition, I got the locket. I didn't even have a Michaels. I just had the Face of the Mountain instead of the locket as well. Because it's like, what the hell's the Michaels gonna do? They have an RE Charm and a Jin Stare. That's the extent of their CC. So there's no real point in the Michaels in this match. But yeah, and then knowing like what enemy champions do and stuff. I mean, that'll come with time. Like if you're new and you don't know like what the champions do, uh, The best thing I can think to do is LCS is on right now. Well, not right now because it's the week, but on the weekends. I think it starts on Thursday for EU, Thursday, Friday for EU, and then Saturday, Sunday for NA. But yeah, so now's a great time to learn like builds and shit, like what champions do mostly. It's pretty hard to follow. It's pretty chaotic, but it's a good way to learn like what champions do, how to build in general. So you could always hit up the old LCS and see what's going on there. Having a jolly old time. But the support itemization is pretty dependent on like what the enemy team composition has because you want to play to counter that and keep your team alive. There was at one point in this game where I don't know if I'd be able to find it. I don't know where I'd be able to pinpoint it. Victor was getting like we engaged a team fight. Like it was a fucking clusterfuck. I need a bigger version of the map. League of or Summoners. I think if I type in Summoners Rift, you find a big map. All right. Well, we'll just open this and zoom in. So they're split like around this area. They're like all in this area trying to do Varen. Their Kate Zyra are up here like farming and shit. So we go on them. Nocturne goes on them. I'm like here with MF. Rammus is in here, but then Elise and Lissandra are here. Rammus blast cones over. Victor is in this river for some reason. Our whole team is here. We have Nocturne Camille diving up here. MF and I are here. Victor's just in the river for some reason. I guess he was trying to get behind them, but then he runs into those two, and then Rammus blast cones over. And he's just getting fucked by CC. There's no blast cone. I flash over the wall. My Kales, I drop Redemption down. My Kales, lock it, shield him, and press R. We end up killing them all. Not me and Victor, obviously, but in the end, I think it's actually this team fight. No, because Victor survives. Wait, does he? No, he dies in like every fucking yeah. No, I guess he doesn't survive it. No, it would have been this one because he survived. I remember he lived because he was in chat. He was like, "Holy shit, I lived!" And I pinged my flash and I exhausted whoever was jumping on him too. I think it was Elise. But I just pinged all my cooldowns were down. And it said smiley face. He's like, "Thanks, man." But yeah, I mean, Victor was what like. Victor was something like, yeah, largest killing spree 7, and it wasn't like he was winning his lane. Like, look, dead Victor, dead Victor, dead Victor, dead Victor. He's dying like every 2 minutes. Dead Victor again, dead Victor, dead Victor, dead Victor. And then in these fights, he's just cleaning house. But yeah, so just keep him alive because Victor does like the most fucking damage in the game. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, these are pretty good games, so. Well, I hope this video was worth waiting a week for, guys. Stuff like the itemization is just such a hard thing to discuss for a non-AD carry because so much of itemization is dependent on enemy team composition and not just the enemy team composition. Like who's fed, who's getting kills, like who's carrying and shit. Oh yeah, their team didn't ban Camille. We first picked Camille, and Caitlyn bitched the whole game. She's like, why did we ban Camille? Every time Camille would ult her and she just dies. She bitched the whole game. Why didn't we ban Camille? And then I just said, you should have picked a support with some peel because Janna shits on Camille. That's part of the reason I went Janna, so they didn't have Janna. Because Camille ults, Janna just ults her away and breaks the Camille ult. So, part of the reason I went Janna. Yeah, part of the reasons I like playing Janna. Janna's easy and Janna's really strong. Wait, itemization is such a hard thing because it's like, and there's so many items. Like I didn't even talk about like getting these. I mean, even when the game goes late and I'm full build. Oh, wrong game. Yeah, even when the game goes late and I'm full build, I'm really mostly all support items. Like the only tank that comes from this. Like I'm not that tanky. I'd rather be like that support than these. I mean, you can totally buy these. I just end up usually not, especially not with all the new support items that they've put in the game. Like before they added a bunch of support items when the only fucking support items were the completions of these, the locket and the Mycales. I mean, yeah, you kind of had to get these on a tank support if you wanted to be anything other than worthless. But now that all these support items are in the game, you can just make a full build of support items and just heal and shield people to victory, you know? Peel to victory. Let fucking Diamond Kate carry you guys. Itemization's pretty difficult to talk about, but that's why I really want to do a game analysis again sometime soon, because I really enjoyed making that video and I got a lot of positive feedback from it. And it was also a good discussion for an obscure champion like Kog'Maw, who does generally require a very specific build of masteries. I've played a few games of Kog'Maw. I've actually seen him on the enemy team once or twice. And I've been trying out some new builds. I've seen some interesting builds coming out of him. So I'll be sure to keep playing him, let you guys know what's the state of the Kog'Maw. But for next video, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do one for entertainment. But I did this for entertainment. It's been a while since I made videos, though, because it was like a week break and then another week break, you know. So I don't know what I'll do. I really kind of want to do a game analysis again, because I think that was a pretty good video. I think a lot of people learned from that. I mean, maybe I'll try to do it on like a more, no, these things are not worth it. But yeah, it's like maybe I'll try to do like a more like meta champion. I don't know, something like Jin, Ashe. I don't really know. Maybe a support. Maybe I'll do one for support. Uh, I don't know what I'll do for my next video. I'm not gonna call it. I'd like to do another game analysis soon, but we'll see, we'll see. In the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you guys all next time. Oh, what the fuck? I hit the wrong button. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. See you guys.